Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing really well. So as back to school season is just around the corner, I know some of you guys might have already started. I wanted to do a makeup look which is really realistic and using drugstore products. I wanted to actually challenge myself because I didn't want to use any old kind of drugstore products. I wanted to set myself a budget. So my budget is £30 and this is the makeup look that I've come up with. The total of all of the products that are on my face is...
You guys will have to wait till the end of the video to find out if I made this £30 challenge.
I guess if you guys want to see how to get this makeup look, which is perfect for school and back to school season and is all drugstore, then please keep watching.
So I'm starting off with priming my skin first. I'm using the Makeup Revolution one here. To be quite honest, I personally would have skipped this step. I never wore primer. I actually didn't wear much makeup at all to school, but I'm priming my skin and giving you guys an option in case you did want to. Next up, I went in with some foundation. So here I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. You can also go ahead and use the original Fit Me foundation, which is more of a dewy finish, but I felt like wearing this matte one today. They're both priced at $5.99, so it wouldn't really make much difference in the grand scheme of things. Here I'm just blending everything away, and I'm really working on blending because I just wanted to make sure that my base was looking as perfect as possible, because it means that I can play around with like the lipstick colors and things like that. I then moved on to my concealer, and for that I used the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer in the shade Light. I actually used to use this quite a lot when I was younger, and it is a really good concealer actually for the price point. It's very full coverage, it doesn't budge and it doesn't crease, so it's actually quite a good one. So I'm putting concealer on in the usual places that I personally like to highlight and conceal my face. Obviously, you do not have to do all of this when you're going to school. You can spot conceal if you wanted to, but this is just a personal preference of mine. So feel free to use the concealer as and where you need it. And again, I'm just blending everything out and making sure that there are no like weird lines where the concealer ends and where the foundation kind of begins. So one way that I like to make sure that everything is super nice and blended is I take my beauty blender on the other side where we applied the foundation, and I just go over where that seam is, where the concealer ends and the foundation begins. Next up, I'm setting all of the concealed places in place, and I'm using the Makeup Revolution pressed powder. Makeup Revolution as a brand is actually really good. The price points are amazing and the quality of makeup is actually surprisingly very good as well. So just setting those usual areas where we've concealed and highlighted, and then moving on to brows. So I'm using the Freedom Makeup here, the pomade or pomade, however you say it, and this is in the shade Ash Brown. This is practically the same thing as the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pomades, but this is obviously a fraction of the price. I actually think Freedom Makeup and Makeup Revolution are from the same company. So moving on to mascara, I'm using the Primark Volumizing mascara, and this, to be honest guys, I didn't really like, but it was only £1, so I can't ask for like the most amazing mascara in the whole entire world. I personally would have actually switched out my primer and gone for a better mascara, just because I love my lashes to look really big and volumized, and yeah, not like this basically. So once I was done with adding mascara onto my top and lower lashes, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Contour Kit, and this is in the shade Fair. So I'm using all three colours. I'm going in with the contour shade first, and I'm basically contouring and bronzing the usual areas. So that's under my cheekbones, my hairline, my jawline, and a little bit around my nose to slightly give it a kind of like really natural looking contour. And then I actually used the highlight shade, which is the middle shade, and I went ahead and highlighted my skin. And I actually really liked this highlight. It's very difficult to find a really nice highlight in these contour kits, especially in the drugstore, because sometimes they don't show up as much. But this one, I was really pleasantly surprised. I really liked this. And then taking the end shade on that same contour kit, I am adding that as my blush, and it's a really nice kind of toned down version of Orgasm by NARS. And here I'm just going over the highlighted areas with my beauty sponge to make sure that everything's nice and not powdery looking. Moving on to eyes, I wasn't actually going to add anything, but I took that bronzy shade from that same contour kit and just applied a slight sweep all over my eyelids. So my eyelids are pretty pigmented as they are, so it kind of looks like I wear eyeshadow when I'm really not. But I'm just kind of intensifying that color ever so slightly, and I'm running that along my lower lash line as well. And then to add a little bit more kind of dimension to the eye, I'm taking the middle shade, which is the highlight shade, and adding that to the inner corners of my eyes. Of course, eyeshadow is not necessary for school, but in case you do like wearing eyeshadow, then this could be a really nice natural looking look to wear. Now I'm taking the Primark Velvet lipstick in the shade Undressed. I'm just putting that all over my lips, and again, I was very surprised with this. I think the Primark lip options are actually really nice. Their cheapest is their lipstick, which is 90p. It's actually quite good. I was very impressed. So this, you guys, is the end of my makeup look. I made this challenge. I ended up having my total makeup come to £27.68, which I was very, very proud of. I really hope you guys liked this video, and good luck to everyone going back to school, and I guess I will see you all in my next video. Bye!